Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. I am Akshay Parmar, Assistant Professor at ITSC Department in the LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. Welcome to the video tutorial series of the data communication and the computer network. Today we will discuss an very most important data structure. Today we will discuss an most important topic, Open System Interconnection Model, the OSI model, the heart of the data communication and computer networks. Let's see the OSI model in brief. Outline of the today's video is, first of all we will see the network communication. After that, in our last lecture we have seen the layer task in detail. Let's have a quick recap about that. After that we will see the actual OSI model, its layer. Let's have a quick recap about the layered task, right? We are all are using the concept of the layer task in our day-to-day daily life, right? For an example, as in our previous lecture, let us consider two friends who are communicate through a letter with the use of the postal service, right? The process of sending a letter to a friend would be a complex if there are no any middle service, right? Just like a post office. Just imagine a scenario where there is a no middle service. So how can you send a letter from your source to destination? Just imagine a scenario where there is a no middle service, right? So how can you send data to your friend, right? This task will become a very complex, right? Let's see how you are sending a letter to your friend. You are a sender and your friend is a receiver. At the sender task, the sender will write the letter, put in the envelope and put in his mailbox, his or her mailbox, right? After that, that letter is carried out from that mailbox to the post office. After that, the carrier will deliver the letter to the post office, right? And this is the task which are performed at the sender side, right? After that, the post office will send that letter to the destination post office. After reaching at the destination post office, the post office will sort out the letters. After that, the carrier will drop that letter into the your friend's mailbox. And at the end, your friend will pick up that letter from his or her mailbox and read it, right? So this is how the layered task is performing. This is all about the layered task. Let's see the OSI model in brief. Let's start with the origin. The OSI reference model is established in 1947 by the ISO. The ISO stands for the International Standard Organization. That is the multinational body that is dedicated to the worldwide agreement on the international standards, right? So this is the basic work of the ISO. And ISO standard that is covered all the aspect of the network communication in the OSI model, right? The OSI model was first introduced in the late 1970s, right? Remember one thing, the ISO is an organization and OSI is the reference model. This is just a reference model. The main purpose of the OSI reference model, the open system interconnection, is to show how to facilitate the communication between the different systems without requiring to change the logic of the underlying hardware and software, right? Remember, without requiring to change to its logic of the underlying hardware and software. With the help of the OSI reference model, the devices which are made from the different manufacturer can also be connected and they can communicate, right? The manufacturers follows the OSI reference model when they are design the network products, right? The OSI model is, as we have discussed, OSI model is not a protocol. It is a model for understanding the design or network architecture that is flexible, robust, and interoperable, right? This is the basics of the OSI reference model. Just imagine a scenario. Why to use a OSI model, right? If there is an absence of the OSI model, the network is very difficult to understand, right? Just because all the tasks, just like an application, the wiring, the zeros and ones, encryption, decryption, addressing of that source and destination, the sending the messages, checking if there are error or not, all the tasks have to perform at a once or in the one layer. So that might be very difficult to understand the network architecture, right? With the help of the OSI reference model, all the tasks are divided into the 7 major layers, just like an application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transportation layer, network layer, data link layer, and at the end, physical layer. With the help of the OSI model, all the tasks are divided into the several layers. As you can see that the first three layers are dedicated towards the software, right? The transport layer is the heart of the OSI reference model, which links the upper layer and the lower layer, right? The first three layer are dedicated towards the software, and the lower one which are dedicated towards the hardware kind of thing, right? In the OSI model, the complex network task is broken down into the manageable pieces. In the manageable pieces, so this is how, so they can manage and maintain regularly and easily, right? Just to remember the layer in the sequence, first of all, let's see one statement. The all people seems to need a data processing, right? This is the shortcut trick which will help you to remember the OSI reference models, all the 7 layers in the sequence, right? Just take an initials from that this statement. All the people seems to need data processing. In that, just take an first initial of the each of the word. All A from the all, P from the people, S from the seems, T from the to, N from the need, D from the data, and a P from the processing, right? After the taking the first initial, just link an actual OSI reference models layer, where the A is stand for the application layer, P is stand for the presentation layer, S is stand for the session layer, and so on, right? So here the A will become the application layer, P is stand for the presentation layer, S is stand for the session layer, T is stand for the transport layer, N is stand for the network layer, D is stand for the data link layer, and P is stand for the physical layer, right? This is the short trick by which you can easily remember the name of each of the layer in the sequence. You have one question arrived. Which is the first layer of the OSI reference model? This is the common and really mind confusing question, right? The answer will differ if you are at the sender side or if you are at the receiver side, right? If you are at the sender side, you will first interact with the application layer. So at the sender side, the first layer for the OSI reference model is the application layer, and if you are at the receiver side, the first layer which gets in the touch with the network is the physical layer. So we will take an application layer at the first and physical layer at the last. Let us see the application layer first. It includes the software, just like you are using a Gmail, Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram and all that, right? So that all the things which are fall under the application layer. The major task of the application layer is to provide an interface to end user. Just like an example, if you want to use a calculator, right? Or if you want to do some mathematical task, you will use a calculator type of application by which you can enter your data and get your result, right? If you want to make a document file, you will take a help of the Microsoft Word or this kind of softwares, right? The major protocol that are connected in the application layer is the SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol, HTTP, FTP, File Transfer Protocol, and the Telnet. That they are the major protocol in the application layer. What kind of software or what kind of interface are using? It is what the user see. In the application layer, it is what the user sees, right? In terms of loading an application, such as you are using a web browser or an email service, right? For an example, this application layer is the data the user views while using this application, right? The major functionality which are included with the application layer. This major functionality provided by the application layer is it supports and file transfer. It is ability to print on the network. As you can see that emails, electronic messaging, and the browsing on the internet with the help of the World Wide Web. This is the major functionality which is provided by the application layer, right? After the application layer, the presentation layer work. In our previous video, we have taken one story which have brief about how the OSI reference model is working, right? In that, we have taken an Akshay as an application layer who wants to send a 400 pages document to the Mr. A at the remote location of the Rajkot, right? So in the application layer, his task is to use a user interface, right? After that, that document is transferred to the Prakash, right, who was working at the presentation layer. Let's see the presentation layer's major task. In that, the Prakash has translate that document into the from French to the English. So the major responsibility of the presentation layer is to the encryption and decryption. The data encryption and data decryption are the major tasks are performed on the presentation layer. The presentation layer is responsible for how an application formats the data to be sent onto the network, right? In our story, we have seen that the Prakash has translate that document 400 pages document from French to English, right? The how the extension work. Just like an .mp3 and docs, the extension are work in the presentation layer. If you make a file parmarsahib.mp3 or parmarsahib.doc or parmarsahib.pdf, if you double click on that particular file, suppose an parmarsahib.mp3, that file will open in the mp3 player, or we can say that an mp3 player, right? If that same name file is saved as the doc, the parmarsahib.doc, if you double click on that file will open in the Microsoft Office, right? What if we removed an extension, right? Just an example, if we remove mp3 from the parmarsahib.mp3, what kind of errors you will get? The unsupported file format, right? There are several types of an extension in which there are no large variety of the software available. So just take an example of the PDF. If you double click on the PDF and it shows that unsupported file format, or it will allow you to open with the application, right? Just a right click on that file and select open with, and find out which is the most suitable application or most suitable software to be open with, right? So this is how the extensions are work on the presentation layer. It basically allows an application to read or understand the message, right? So which type of the file is there? The mp3 file with having the audio and video file format, right? The doc file format will support an word file, right? The major functionality which are included in the presentation layer is the comparison and the expansion of the message, so that it is travel efficiently in the network, right? The graphics formatting, the content translating, and the system specific translation is the major task which is performed, or which is the major functionality which is offered by the presentation layer. This is all about the presentation layer, right? After that, the session layer is coming, right? In our story, Prakash and give that file, that translate file to the Mr. S, which was working on the session layer. What did he done, right? He has called the Mr. S, who is working at the remote location of the Mr. A's company at the Rajkot, and ask about what is your timing of your company and all the required tasks, right? After that, he had divided that 400 pages document to the 100 pages manageable chunk. So this is the major task of the session layer, to provide a various service, right? There are the various service. This is how the various service is provided by the session layer, including the tracking the number of the byte that each end of the session that is acknowledged by the receiving from the other end of the session, right? So this is the major task or major services which are performed by the session layer. The major functionality that provided by the session layer is the virtual connection between the application entities, right? The session layer will stay in touch with the other end of the session layer. If so, the data is lost or data is manipulated, the data can be retranslated. This is the virtual. This provide a virtual connection between the application entity. The connection parameters are negotiable in the session layer, right? As we have seen our story, in the session layer, that 400 pages document is partitioned in the 100 pages different manageable chunks. So the partitioning of the data into the manageable chunk is performed at the session layer. After that, the acknowledgement of the data received during the session is also done at the session layer. As we have seen our story that where the Mr. S at the Mr. A's company at the Rajkot, when they get the data from our company, they acknowledge that acknowledge about the receiving of that data. So the acknowledgement of the data received during a session is the major task performed in the session layer. If the data is lost or data is manipulated, this session is providing the rich transmission facility. If the data is lost or data is manipulated, this session layer provides the rich transmission facility. The rich transmission of the data, if it is not received by the device or it is lost, right? So this is the major task performed by the session layer, right? After that, the transport layer is come, right? The transport layer is the heart of the OSI reference model, which is connecting the upper layer and the lower layer. Application layer, presentation layer and session layer are the layer which are referred by the software side, and the network layer, data link layer and the physical layer are connected with the hardware side of hardware point of view, right? And the transport layer is work as a heart of the OSI reference model, which gives the functionality to connect or link the upper layer and the lower layer, right? So in our story, in the transport layer, the Mr. T has put all the documents in the one envelope and label about the from Ahmedabad and to Surat. So it offers the so the transport layer is offering the end-to-end communication between the device throughout the network. The transport layer offers a reliable, connection oriented or connection less connection, right? The best offer of the communication. The major functionality which is included at the transport layer is the client side entry identification, right? The client side entry identification is done by the labeling of the source and destination's address, right? This is come from this source and this has to be sent to this particular destination. So that labeling is done at the transport layer. The transport layer will confirm that the data of the message is arrived. Here the segmentation of the data is performed at the transportation layer, right? So what do you mean by the segmentation? At the transport layer, the segmentation of the data is performed and label about the and put the label of the destination of the source and destination of the source. The segmentation of the data is performed at the transport layer and put the label of the source address and the destination address. The transport layer will give an functionality of the rearrangement of the segmented data in the correct order on the receiving side. So the transport layer will give a facility of the rearrangement of the segmented data in the correct order at the receiving side. This is the major task performed by the transport layer. After that, the network layer will come in the picture. The network layer is responsible for the source to destination delivery of the packet across the multiple network, right? So this is what is the major task of the network layer. The work of the network layer to choose an appropriate path from the multiple path, right? In our example, Nishan has told that to choose a national highway number 8 by which you can reach on the Rajkot in effective manner in a very short time. So this is the major task of the network layer. The logical addressing and the routing of the actual path is selecting by the network layer, right? So this is the major task of the network layer. After that, the data link layer is come into the picture where the data authentication is done. The data link layer is responsible for moving the frame from one hop to the another, right? It is the major functionality which is provided by the data link layer is the flow control and the access control. In our example, Mr. D has put a rubber stamp on the envelope by which the data authentication can be measured, right? By which we can assure about the data authenticity. The major functionality which is provided by the data link layer is the framing of the data, right? The flow control and the access control task are performed at the data link layer. right? This is the fundamental task of the data link layer. After the physical layer, the actual transmission of the data is performed. Let's see the physical layer, right? The last layer of the OSI model from the sender side, right? In this layer, the data is actually traveling in the physical path or actual transmission medium through the wire or wireless. The physical layer of the OSI model define the connectors and the interface specification as well as the medium, the wired, wireless or all that, right? And as well as the medium requirement. The components of the physical layer include the cabling component, right? Like the connectors, the cables and all that are for major components of the physical layer. The adapters that connects the media to the physical interface, right? By which the network is connecting and traversing the data into the network. And at the end, the wireless system components are also a component of the physical layer, right? This is all about the OSI layer model. You have learned about the which kind of activities are performed, what are the basic functionalities are provided by the each of the layer, the application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, and data link layer, and physical link layer, right? Application layer. The application layer allow the access to the network interface, right? The presentation layer will transmit and encrypt and decrypt about the data. In the session layer, establishment, managing and terminating the session is performed. In the transport layer is the providing the linking between the software side upper layer. The transport layer is used as a linker between the upper layer and the lower layer. The transport layer is used to provide and process to process message delivery and error recovery. In the network layer, it is used to move a packet from one destination to another, from source to destination to provide the inter-networking is the major task of the network layer. After that, the data link layer. The data link layer is organized the bit into the frame to provide a hop-to-hop delivery, right? And at the end, the physical layer is used to transmit the data in a bit format over the transmission medium. So this is the quick recap about the all the layer in the one line, right? Major topologies which are linked with each of the layer. These are the telnet, HTTP, FTP, TFTP, SMTP, and NTP. All the that protocols are work with the application layer. In the presentation layer, the extensions are work. So the specifications are defined are GIF, JPG, MPEG, ASCII, PDF, doc, and all that. That all are working with the presentation layer. In the session layer, the RPC and the net bias are the major protocols which are working with the session layer. In the transport layer, the TCP and UDP protocol are working, where you don't want any acknowledgement from the receiver side. You can use a TCP. If you doesn't want to lose your data, or if you want an acknowledgement from the receiver side, you can use a TCP protocol with the transport layer. And if you want a fast transfer of the data, even if you lost your data during the transmission, you can use a UDP with the transport layer, right? So this is the major protocol: TCP, transmission control protocol, and user datacam protocol, which are working with the transport layer. After the IP, ICMP, and BGP are the major protocols which are working with the network layer, right? In the data link layer, the switches, bridges, and NIC are major components which are working with the data link layer. And in the physical layer, the cable length, connector, hubs, repeaters, all that thing are connected with the physical layer. If you are sending a data from source to destination, the data is changing in each of the layer. So in the first layer, the data is called the data. In the application layer, presentation layer, and session layer itself, that is called the data. After that is segmented into the segment. So the segments are work with the transport layer. After that, in the network layer, they are divided into the packets, and in the data link layer, they are divided into the frames. And after that frames are converted into the bits, and that bits are traversed from the transmission media from source to destination. So this is how the data is changing its behavior, right? The main benefit of the OSI model includes the following, right? it helps the users to understand the big picture of the networking, right? The OSI model will help the users to understand how hardware and software elements are functioning together. OSI reference model makes a troubleshooting more easier by separating the network into the manageable piece of work, right? OSI model makes a troubleshooting easier by just separating network into the manageable piece of chunk, right? We are dividing the task into the layer, and that the troubleshooting of the each of the layer is become easy if we divide the task, right? This is the major benefits of the OSI model. We have seen the origin and the need of the OSI model. We have seen the layer task. After that, we have seen the short trick to remember about the layers in the sequence, right? After that, we have seen all the layers in details. So this is all about the OSI model and today's lecture. Thank you for the watching.